vlog, you are currently hearing from future Holly, because I had thought I'd filmed an introduction to this video, but apparently not. So here I am. It's a little bit later. I already have the photos that you're about to see get taken, because this episode, this studio vlog is documenting and showing you the whole process of getting new brand photos done. So my friend Amy and I are both getting brand photos taken today, the day that you're the day that you're about to see in the video. So we're about to get brand photos taken. We both needed them, and we both wanted people in our photos with us to show like us working with somebody. So we thought, why not both get our photos done together and be in each other's photos. So what you're about to see is like getting ready for the day, the whole day, and then later on I'm going to show you like what the process was leading up to this whole brand photo shoot. I'm going to show you my the brief that I wrote and the Pinterest boards that I made and like all of that good stuff, so you can see kind of what goes into this process. But I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to let you enjoy the video. I hope it's super useful to see. Maybe it will encourage you to do a brand photo shoot too. I'm a huge fan of brand photography. I think it's very important and makes a big difference to your branding. So yeah, hopefully this will encourage you to do the same thing, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed watching any and all of the footage of the brand photo shoot that we did. I thought I would show you a bit of like the behind the scenes process that we went through, or that I went through anyway before doing my part of the shoot. So basically I knew I wanted a new brand photo shoot because I'm working through the current photos I have pretty quickly with like the podcast and Instagram content and stuff like that. So I was kind of running low on ones that I hadn't used before, and also I have redone my brand, right? So I've updated my brand recently, so I wanted some new photos that more reflected that side of what I'm up to. So that was kind of the two main reasons that I wanted some new brand photos. And so what I did is the person who took my photos last time has moved away, so I needed to find somebody else. So I reached out to my friends Hemi and Michelle, who are actually primarily do wedding photography. They are award-winning wedding photographers, and so I know they're incredible photographers and that they might know somebody who would do brand photography. And they actually came back and said, we will do your brand photos if you're interested, which I was like, yes please, I love your work and I would love to have you do my photos. I just didn't know that was what you offered, or that you'd be interested in doing branding photography. And so they were, and they're actually going to be doing more brand photography, so that's very exciting. But so there was how I got to them and how I found them, because I already knew them, and they said they were happy to do that. And so what I then did is I sent them this brief, so I'll spin you around and you can see. So this is the brief that I wrote them. I obviously am a designer, so I've gotten a lot of briefs. I know kind of what should be included and what kind of the information that you need. So I wrote a bunch of inspiration. So I've got Pinterest boards for the last shoot that I did, for this shoot that I wanted. Sister Scout, she's been on the podcast. I love her photos and just the style of them, but she's obviously in Australia, so I can never get photos from her. Heather Day is an artist, and I love her studio photos. I love the kind of creative vibes of them, so I linked her work. And then I also like this creative uproar, because there's kind of like a rock and roll-y punk kind of badass side to those photos. So I just linked those, and I'll show you the Pinterest board in a sec. But I said in general, I just wanted my photos to be bright, bold, fun, collaborative, creative, a little bit edgy, and unique. So those are kind of how I wanted my brand to come across in my photos. And I essentially want to look like a fun badass. So that's kind of what I was going for. And that the focus of the shoot should be collaborating with others, so that my audience, you guys, can see what it's like working with me, showing creativity so that you can see yourselves in my photos, and showcasing my new updated brand so you can see who I am. So that's kind of the focus. Then I listed the locations that we had. So we have the studio that I work in, Sunday Nightclub, and kind of the different locations within the location. So there's like desks, we have shared tables, there's a meeting room, we have a big orange couch that's pretty on brand. So that is all the options for there. And then I wanted a second location, probably a cafe, and we have a local cafe called Pickle and Pie that we go to like every day. So we thought about using some areas in there. And then where I actually really wanted to go was to the City Gallery, because I wanted to show like art, and it's a really beautiful space, and they have light spaces and dark spaces. They have a cafe, there's a gift shop. I thought it would be awesome, but unfortunately we weren't able to shoot in there because they don't have licenses to reproduce the artwork. So yeah, not really doable, which was a shame, but that's okay. So then I wrote a shot list. Basically I wanted some general headshots of me standing, sitting, leaning, I don't know, just general photos of me. And then I wanted some specific ones, so holding and working on devices, reading books, writing, recording podcasts, doing a video call, doing workshops with someone else, so like brainstorming, talking, writing, doing a meeting maybe with someone else, and I wanted to show like chatting and laughing, blah blah blah, and then doing some creative stuff, maybe like painting, lettering, and being creative. So that was kind of my general shot list that I wanted to cover. And then I just listed some ideas for outfits. I actually changed these heaps on the day. I don't think I used any of these outfits. Oh, I used this outfit, the black jumpsuit. But other than that, I changed my outfits. So that is the brief that I covered. Let me show you my Pinterest board. I love a good Pinterest board, by the way. So this was the Pinterest board. I had a bunch of like these ones from MKW Creative, who I'm a big fan of. I wanted some more kind of badass looking ones. So I had this sort of idea, like sitting down looking badass. Obviously some like creative looking ones and a bit dorky. I don't mind doing like stupid poses or having a fun time. These are some Sister Scout images. More kind of studio fun, bright vibes. Yeah, so that was my Pinterest board for this shoot. As you can see, it's just like light, bright, kind of badass poses, a lot of like smiling, having fun, being bright, fun, badass. So that is essentially it. That's all that I gave to my photographer. Obviously they have my website and my Instagram and stuff to go and look through as well, so they could see the kind of vibes that I'm going for. And we did the shoot as you saw. I've already, like a couple of days after the shoot, I got some sneak peeks of the photos, which was super exciting. And then it's gonna take like 2 weeks total, I think, to get all of the photos. So that's super exciting. But yeah, I hope this has been fun to watch. I hope it's been kind of informative for you if you're thinking about getting a brand photo shoot. I've had people ask me about brand photo shoots and kind of how to do them. I suppose if you don't like getting your photo taken, I hate having my photo taken. I'm very aware of my like chunky face, and I don't think that I take very good photos. I often feel like I look a lot better in person than I do on camera. But so I understand you and I feel you, but the difference is finding a photographer that makes you feel really comfortable and just makes the whole experience really fun. because then you stop worrying about what you look like and you just have a great time. And if you have a kind of brief in place that you've thought through and is based around your brand strategy and everything, then it will all just fall into place and you'll have a great time, and you'll come out with photos that represent you really well, and represent the real you if you just have a fun time and enjoy the process. So finding the right photographer is really important. So yeah, I hope it's been awesome. Let me know in the comments if you have any more questions about brand photography. I have a really kind of popular blog post about brand photography, so I'll try and link that down below if I remember. Otherwise you can just find it on my blog, on my website, and it goes through like what it is and what you need to kind of include and what to think about and where you can use your brand photos and all that good stuff. So I highly recommend reading that if you haven't already. But if you do have any questions about any of this process that we've been through, or just anything about brand photography in general, let me know. Obviously I'm not a brand photographer myself, but I used to do photography and I have done several brand photo shoots now, and I'm obviously a brand strategist and coach, so I do have a pretty good understanding about the whole process. So yeah, would love to answer any and all of your questions, so just leave them in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video, as always, would love for you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.